Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our new TunerRack YouTube channel. In this channel, we're going to be reviewing different products. We're going to be installing them on different Subaru vehicles. So if you are a Subaru nut just like me, you're going to want to stick around. And what I have for you today is essentially an unboxing video. As you can see, we have this hefty, good-sized box. And what's inside it is a new product from TunerRack. This is something that a lot of us didn't think we needed. However, it makes the job of working on these cars, specifically the engines, a little easier. So whether you're in a shop environment or a DIYer like myself, I'm sure you will find this helpful. So let's get this big box opened and see what's inside. As you can see, some assembly is required here, but the problem we have is, since this is a little bit on the bulky side, let me give you an idea. Let me get my tape measure. So this is around 33 inches roughly by 16. I think the best case scenario is just kind of lay this out on the floor to see what we're working with. So now that we have everything out in the open, we can begin unwrapping each individual component so we can start the assembly process. Since essentially this is the first model, there hasn't been any that were shipped out to actual customers yet, at least not as far as I know. There are no instruction manuals included. However, I did talk to the guys at the shop and they are working on those, so hopefully once they are being actively shipped to customers, they will include the assembly instructions. However, I've seen these fully assembled and they're really easy to assemble, so I'm pretty sure we don't need them. So let's get to it.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life.
So as you can see, we are fully done with the assembly process. It's fully assembled and all we needed is some basic tools, a couple of 14 millimeters, you know, I cheated with some power tools as well. The only hassle is putting on the casters because they have those nylon inserts, the nuts do, so that they don't get loose. So it takes a little while to tighten them, but more or less it's a very straightforward process. Now, if you haven't guessed as to what this is, let me fill you in. This is an engine stand. And this is not just a generic engine stand like you would buy at, you know, let's say Harbor Freight. This engine stand is specifically designed to fit most Subaru models like EJs, FAs, that type of stuff. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have an engine lying around. Usually I do, but you know, as luck would have it, I don't have an engine right now that I could demonstrate to put it on this thing. However, whenever I get a chance, I will try to make a video with the engine on, or I'll make a video, you know, putting the engine from the cherry picker on this thing. But as you can understand, the bolts, it's really easy to get to. You can tighten them here from the, you know, engine mounts, and this part attaches to one of the accessory mounts. So there are a few holes depending if you have an EJ or FA. The front of the engine is always sitting on a longer arm. As you can see, they're not even. This side is shorter than this side, so you can bolt in the engine as basically as it would be bolted in on the car subframe. Now, a lot of you are wondering, what is the advantage of this type of stand? Now, I understand that if you're working on the actual heads, or on the you're disassembling valves or stuff like that, you want an engine stand that actually moves. So a conventional engine stand is ideal in these scenarios. Why this is useful, actually, the way we came up with this idea is simply because we were running out of space at the shop, because we just had a bunch of EJs laying around. So we came up with this idea just mainly for storage. But what's so useful about this, unlike a conventional engine stand, you can easily get to the back. The back would be here. You can change the clutch, do whatever you need to do, main bearing, whatever you need to get to as far as from the back. And because it's so low profile and it's so out of the way, it's very easy to move the engine around, to put it in storage. What we do is put the engine on and cover it with like a plastic cover and just put it out of the way. So, and another convenient thing, like when I'm working in my home garage, I like using this stand, because when I don't need it, I can simply take 2 bolts out and it stores flat, essentially. It just doesn't occupy much space. I actually have one, and it sits underneath one of my cabinets. So it is very compact, and it's very practical in this in this scenario. I mean, if you're working on the heads, the valves, you need to move the engine around, this is not the this is not the tool for you. However, if you're storing the engine, or if you want to get to the back of the engine, this is the ideal stand. And it's so low profile that it's very hard to roll the engine over. It is well balanced, and it's structural. I can stand on it, and I'm about embarrassing to admit, but I'm about 240 pounds. So this can take some serious weight. And it's beyond the practicality of it. I mean, just look at how small it is. So if you're interested in getting one of these things, I will include a link in this video. So hopefully once the video is out, they will be available in the store, and you can pick one up. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found this useful. Have a good one.